You're watching CoinDesk. This next interview is one of the highlights from Consensus 2025.
You go to Enron to have a safe future, but that's that's no longer there.
Enron filed for the largest corporate bankruptcy in history. Then began the avalanche.
Extra from the local paper here. Guilty, guilty. Certainly good news for prosecutors.
The world is changing faster than ever. Can you feel it? Growth, transformation, rebirth. In the modern world, you must accept change is the only constant. Learn how to adapt, forgive, to allow change to happen in the world and within ourselves. We understand this better than anyone, and we're here to lead by example.
Oh my God, it's Enron.
Enron is relaunching, announcing its return with billboards in Houston.
Full-page ad.
What is really happening? What's going on?
Is that legitimate?
My name is Connor, and I'm the new CEO of Enron.
The CEOs are people too, and they deserve more respect.
Okay, I agree. CEOs are people,
Definitely.
but not in the way that you're saying.
The people of Enron lied for years.
I would define people.
This man has asked for forgiveness, and the Lord forgives.
In 1 month, Enron will truly change the world forever.
The world's first micronuclear reactor,
The Enron egg.
We know the egg is an at-home nuclear reactor. How does it work?
It's hotter than the sun, actually.
No one knows what the hell this is.
Hello,
Connor?
everyone.
Egg. Audience.
Egg.
Hello. Can we talk?
Hi. Yeah, let's talk.
That's the slogan, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. To start off, obviously, that hype video mentioned how Enron was the biggest or one of the biggest bankruptcies in 2001.
Yeah.
And now we are resurrecting Enron. How did that come about?
So I believe that Enron is an amazing company. I believe that it could be the greatest comeback story of all time, right up there with the story of Noah from the Bible. And I really believe that the brand is as strong today as it's ever been. I think that, with the way that we view brands today, it offers itself as a very unique opportunity for us. In the age of information overload, where attention is the new oil, you really have to cut through the noise with something powerful, and I believe that Enron has that behind it, and then we're going to use that to actually build a totally legitimate energy company that's going to revolutionize the way that we think about the grid.
Mm-hmm. What is Enron? I don't think this story is actually out there yet. What is the vision? You mentioned energy, which would make sense given Enron's previous life, but what is it today? What do you want it to become?
Yeah. I want Enron to be a beacon of hope, ultimately, for our future, for our children. I want it to be the future of energy. So obviously we have the nuclear reactor here that, unfortunately with some bureaucratic red tape from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission is going to be about 3 to 5 years away. But before we are able to revolutionize the way that we power our homes, we're going to be starting with the grid. So currently, the way that the United States electrical grid is set up is very outdated. It's antiquated. It's a 20th century product for a 21st century world. And so we're starting in Texas, our home, and we're actually going to be launching and rolling out Enron Energy in Texas in the next 3 months. And then from there, we're going to be able to scale and revolutionize the way that people are able to participate and be in conversation with their electric provider.
So what will Enron Energy entail in Texas? It's fixing the way the energy grid works?
So in Texas, it's a deregulated energy grid. So they broke it up from the energy monopolies that exist in a lot of other states. In New York, there's like 2 electric companies. In Texas, there's about 30. So it offers itself to be a unique opportunity for us to become an electric company. And we're very proud to do that. We're going to be the first. In a few weeks, we will become the first new energy company in Texas in almost 4.5 years. There's been a lot of other companies that have tried to do this, and because the brand of Enron is so strong, and because that what we're doing is essentially mimetic storytelling in the age of the internet, my background is actually in using the internet to drive a real conversation through memes. And so obviously I believe that memes are a lot more powerful than just a funny joke. I believe that they can tell a very complex story in a very simplified way. And so what we've done is we've taken the Enron brand. I've acquired it over the last 5 years, all the trademarks, the patents, the copyrights, and we're using it to attract some of the world's smartest people in the energy space and the Web3 space to come together and build a real company and bring Enron back totally for real. In 5 years, I hope that our Wikipedia page says that Enron is an energy company in Houston, and right now it says that Enron was an energy company. So if you work at Wikipedia and you want to talk to me after this, I'm all ears.
You bring up meme coins, and I feel like that's obviously a very popular sector within the crypto space, but in your context, Enron launched a token, and that was not a meme coin. That was intentional, right? Maybe to gather initial shareholders. Kind of walk us through that process, and what did you learn from it?
You know, part of the benefit of living in the age of the internet is that it gives us an opportunity to leverage participation in this way. I mean, you can't, you know, the benefit of a lot of what we're doing here is that, you know, we're able to join together and find our audience, find people that agree with us, create a community around a common vision. And I believe that a vision to revolutionize and fix the energy grid of the United States is a very good one. It's one that not a lot of people want to talk about. I mean, you know, we want to power all of these, you know, really fun initiatives, artificial intelligence, I mean, even a lot of crypto mining. And so I think that the coin launch that happened to us 3 months ago was an unfortunate event. For those that don't know, we launched a coin, and the narrative quickly became one of, you know, of a common story in crypto, which is that it was a rug pull. But unfortunately, and fortunately for us, you know, like Abraham Lincoln said, if you have public sentiment, then you cannot fail. Well, we did not have public sentiment on this day. We had partners that we had trusted at the time that essentially leaked our coin address out to people beforehand, and they broke our trust, and it was very unfortunate, but it's really nice to be able to talk about what we're actually doing. Because the truth of the matter is that we're here to stay and we're here for the long term. So we're going to be rolling out a new and improved coin project in the next few weeks, and I'm very excited to talk about it. We're also going to be pursuing justice for those that were affected by our coin and other similar meme coin situations in the past, and that's also going to be coming out in the next few weeks.
So is it a new coin launch, or you are reviving, hopefully, the existing?
We're going to be reviving our current coin structure. We're just going to be listening to the community. What do they want? What do they need? We're going to be working closely with them. You know, the space is so great. There's so many great things that are happening in it. But one thing that I really think that we could do a little bit better is to build trust for the average person, for the average everyday consumer, to have that be a place where they feel like, you know, it's not rigged against them, the cards aren't stacked against them, but it's a place that they have an opportunity to win in the long term. So that's really what our goal is going to be when we relaunch.
You keep bringing up trust, and that is definitely something that is talked about a lot in this industry, and then as well across many sectors. I mean, with Enron's collapse back in 2001, the initial Enron, I think a lot of people felt hurt by it. And so now Enron is coming back, and you have to think about the idea of trust and recreating the brand into something ideally more positive. You could have just started a new company with a fresh new name, right?
Totally, but I wouldn't be sitting here if I did that. I mean, I really think that the Enron brand is as strong today as it's ever been.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing more powerful than a comeback story. I mean, it's what, you know, the United States was built on, and in a lot of ways it's what our world was built on. And so I just believe so strongly that Enron has a second chance, and that Enron has work that is yet to be done.
And how's the response been to Enron from older communities and younger ones? Because the older people will understand and remember this, and we've got someone who's like, yeah, I remember it. Or a fan, I'm not sure. But what has the response been like?
You know, the response has been incredible. I mean, we have Enron executives, people that, I don't know how many people are familiar with the lore behind Enron, but there's some very powerful people that actually blew the whistle on the whole situation 25 years ago. And immediately after launch, I mean, my phone was blown up. I had people calling me that were ex-Enron executives saying, I know exactly what you're doing. I think this is brilliant. Enron deserves to come back. There were 30,000 employees at Enron. Okay, there were people that were working on things that were actually driving the world forward. And so I believe that by turning on the spotlight, turning on the bat signal of the Enron logo again, we're going to be able to attract those types of people again and create the same type of environment to then fix these actual issues that exist with the United States electric grid.
We've got the egg on stage.
I love that baby. That's my baby.
Hit that baby. What's the purpose of it?
The egg is a micronuclear reactor that we've designed over the last 3 years. And so I acquired the Enron trademarks for $200,
$200.
5 years ago. 5 years ago. I'd always believed in Enron since I was a little boy. There's a home video of me around the Christmas tree unboxing an Enron t-shirt. I was 5. And so I've always just kept my sights on this great brand. And then in 2020, during COVID, I was just curious, who owns the trademark? Who owns the copyright? And so I looked it up on the United States Patent Office's website and found that it had just expired. Serendipitously, 2 weeks prior, it had just expired. So I Googled trademark attorney, clicked the first one that popped up, this guy named Adam Garson in Pennsylvania, paid him $50, and 6 months later, I'm sitting here with the Enron trademark. And so I believe that by turning on this engine again, we're going to be able to attract people and redeem and resurrect this amazing company and come out of the tomb. The stone will be rolled away, and we're going to be able to come out and reveal ourselves as the innovative company that we once were.
In a past life, before Enron, what were you doing?
So,
what made you want to look it up, too?
Curiosity. Just pure old-fashioned American curiosity. Why did Lincoln want to win the Civil War?
Many reasons.
A lot of reasons for me as well. And so I think that in the past I had a project that I ran called Birds Aren't Real, which was a satirical conspiracy theory, which was really where I got my feet wet. I mean, we created a viral movement of sorts that still exists to this day. And it's a conspiracy theory that says that all the birds in the United States were killed and replaced with robot replicas that spy on us, and we traveled around the world and essentially just created a meme around this. But really it was a way for me and my team to learn the value of mimetic marketing and storytelling in the age of the internet. Because today, if you can't gain someone's attention, then no matter how good your product is, you're most likely going to be forgotten. And so the way that the Enron logo sits and looks and appears to people, it attracts attention. That's what it does. And so, let's take that attention and not just go, ha ha, this is a funny joke, but let's actually build something real with it. That's what I want to do. I want to actually build Enron again. I want Enron to come back for real. I want there to be a 25-year gap in between Enron's first act and their second act. And this is exactly how it would happen in reality. It would be through the birth canal of a total freak, lanky kid from Arkansas who bought the trademark for $200 and then said, look, here's what I want to do. Let's do it together. So let's write history together is what I would say.
Okay. And for the second chance, what does that look like, let's say, a year down the line, 5 years down the line? Enron's in its very early stages of round 2. What do you want it to become?
Enron's vision is not limited to just energy, I would say. I mean, we've begun to do some research and development into an LLM. We're currently working on some prototypes for an electric vehicle. And so I believe that Enron is not just here to do one thing, but I would say that at the current time, I'm really just focused on what is right ahead of me, which is going into Texas, obtaining our retail energy certificate to be able to sell electricity, and then revolutionizing the way that you are able to interact with your electric provider. Cheaper, better experience, better customer service for up to 10 million people in that market.
Mm-hmm. So you're from Arkansas, or you live in Arkansas, and you're focusing on Texas to start. I used to cover oil trading, energy markets, all that. Makes sense, Texas, Houston. Enron was in Houston, but aside from those reasons, why Texas? And then do you see opportunity to expand to other local energy markets within the US and beyond?
Definitely. I mean, ultimately, Enron is for every man, woman, and child of the world. But we're going to be starting in Texas because it's the largest market. It's also the largest supplier of energy in the United States. And it's, again, like you said, it's also our home. So we want to get our house in order before we go out and tell other people how to get their houses in order.
Okay, fair enough. And then I think the last major thing I really want to ask you about, Connor, is when it comes to giving second chances to brands, when we were doing our prep call, I talked about how when FTX collapsed, a lot of people told me, I actually really loved the product. Like SBF, whatever, he belongs in jail, but I really loved what FTX was, and I'm sad that it's gone. Do you feel similarly with Enron in the sense that maybe people loved what Enron was and that it was just a tragedy and that it deserves to kind of be revitalized?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Enron, again, is, it's not our mistakes that make us. You know, everyone deserves a second chance. You know, there's nobody sitting here. I mean, I've made plenty of mistakes in my life. And so I would say that there's nothing more powerful than a second chance. You know, the mistakes that happened in the past, they were just that. They were mistakes. But they can be redeemed, okay? I mean, look, I believe in America. I believe in the American corporate system. I believe that a company like Boeing can resurrect themselves after having, you know, killed hundreds of people in their 737 MAX crashes. But, you know, we still fly on Boeing planes, and Enron never killed anybody. So I would say let's just, let's think about this for a second. Let's think about where we're at right now with the corporate oligarchy, and believe that Enron can come back for real and do it a second time. Do what we did. We can become Forbes' most innovative company for the 10th time. We have 9 awards right now, and they're all in the 1990s. I think our 10th one is right around the corner.
Do you get those awards?
I do, yeah. Yep, they're in the storage unit in Houston.
Okay, amazing. Connor, thank you for taking the time,
so much,
and thank
Jacquelyn.
you everyone for listening in.